Oh, you are. I hit record, you guys, and I just looked up and it did not record. It shut off. Let me go back over the measurements again, you guys, because for some reason it did not record. I don't like Ustream. Do you hear me, Ustream? I hate you. Okay, I'll go over it, okay? So, to get this book, the book the way we had it, it'll be, if you guys have questions afterwards, I'll let you know, or let me know and I can go over the measurements and everything with you, but I'm going to go over this. It's easy. Easy peasy. So what I did was I went and got a Webster's dictionary, okay? And I went ahead and pulled the insides out. Go ahead and save these because you can definitely use these for different projects. Go to your local thrift store, bookshop, wherever. Usually thrift stores are the best because they are the cheapest. And just kind of raid their older books because half the time they throw them out anyways. And then what I did was I used some of the papers. I cut 2 pieces of paper at 6 by 9, and that's what these brick pieces are. They're 6 by 9, and that just measures up with the book I'm using. You can use whatever size book you want. Just match up your measurements to whatever size book you have. And I measure from the edge of the hardcover to the front. So right where the hardcover starts and ends is kind of where your measurements are going to be. And then I went ahead and cut 2 more pieces of paper. These will be the height, of course, of your inside pages. So these were going to be 6, and I just cut them 6 by 6. That gives you 5 dividers, I believe. Let me make sure. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Gives you 8 little divider areas to store stuff in. And what I did was I went ahead and scored these at 1/2 inch increment, both sides. Okay. And then I went ahead and I adhered these, and I want to show you guys, if I can, how I adhered these. You can see where I adhered them behind the front of the paper, behind the paper, and then I went ahead and put my 2 pieces of paper on the inside of the books. Okay, kind of that's the basics. So for this one, it was 6 by 9. Then we have 2 6 by 6 inch. 6 inch is really the widest you'd need. Depending on your book width, you could go more or you can go less, depending. You could also make your score measurements even smaller than 1/2 inch. You can go 1/4 inch, depending on your book size. So depending on what the book depth is, the binding depth is, you can kind of adjust your measurements off of that, okay? So that is the recap of how I got to this stage. I'm really sorry for that. We went ahead and cut our 2 face pieces and then our 2 side binding pieces, and now we're going to go to the inserts and finish those off. All right, it's recording now, man. Okay, so we go back to 6 inches because that's what our little inserts were. We're going to go 6 inch by 9 inch. So just cut across since we have a 12-inch piece of paper, hopefully. Okay, cut my little strip off, and then I need 9 inches. Okay, here's 2, and we need 2 more. I really like the red. I found a great Webster's book to go with this collection, I'm telling you. This would be a cool project to do with the new school collection. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I'm horrible at that, you guys. I get a name that I start calling it, and that's what I end up going with. But this would be cool to keep your like little report cards and their school pictures and stuff in throughout the year. Would be really fun. All right. So what I'm going to do with these, and this is just the way I do it. If you guys have a different way of doing the accordion binding, you're, more than welcome to do it your way. This is just kind of a way I came up with. What I'm going to do for each sheet of paper, I need 2 1-inch strips, okay? So I need 8 1-inch strips. 1x6. And I'm going to use these for my little binding. Okay. And I'll show you in a minute what I do with these. And use your little scraps. So these are 1x6. Hi, Peggy. Thank you for joining in. I know my cutter's not the one. It's the operator error. Okay, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these in half. You could score these if you want, but it's just quicker to fold them. Fold them lengthwise. It's been a while since I've done any structural type of stuff online with Prima. Kind of nice for a change, huh? Okay. Folding, folding, folding. Keep them doggies folding. Easy peasy. Told you, this is easy one, huh? Alright. What movie? What is that from? I just know the scene, so. Okay. The kids are playing outside. It's still sunny out, so they're like, they'll play outside until it's dark. You can't even see them outside, and you hear them out in the front on the teeter-totter. It's like, I can't see the white of your eyes. You have to come in the house. Because I'm the scaredy cat. They aren't. Okay. Got sidetracked trying to watch you guys chat along. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I try to make these exact as humanly possible, because none of us are exact. If we would, we'd be boring. Alright? Okay, so we have our pieces, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and glue these onto the side of our little book, or our little sheets, okay? Do I have a tape runner? I don't. That's okay. I like glue, actual glue for this better anyways, because it just, in my opinion, works better. It doesn't matter which side you glue it on. You just want to make sure you glue these on the sides. Okay. I do opposites, one facing one direction, one facing the other direction. And I'll show you here in a minute why I do that. Okay. Do these all at once. Assembly line style. And train of thought style. I lose my train of thought and I forget. Okay, we're still recording this time. Let's hold our fingers, cross our fingers, I mean. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Oh, opposite direction. Okay. Almost. And then we'll get to good stuff. The decorating part. My favorite part. the making it look pretty, or I should say in this case, handsome. Can't have a pretty sports book. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let go. Okay, CHA, you guys. It was a small CHA, we'll say that, but it was so nice because we actually, you know, there was time to actually see everything and to talk to people one-on-one and be personable with them and carry on a conversation. And it was so nice to be able to talk to some people that I've met online but never met in person. I went on my own this time. I didn't work in Prima's booth, but of course I spent a lot of time there because I love them. And it was just a nice networking show. Now I have a feeling Anaheim's is not going to be that way. It's going to be a lot larger because they are bringing in another stationery convention at the same time. So it is going to be a little different. But of course Prima's booth looked amazing. Everybody said it just looked gorgeous as always. The new collections coming out, and the new one coming out in September, the Optimist collection. If you guys have not seen it, make sure to go over to Prima's website and take a look. That if you love the chalkboard trend, you guys are gonna love that collection. I did a little pre-CHA demo at the convention for it, and oh, I love it. I love the new flowers. It's just awesome. All right, so we have our little sheets done, and now what we're going to do for every little accordion, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these in like so, and I'm going to glue these in place. And what this will do is it'll help keep our book together. Okay, so I'm going to run a bead of glue on this face. My paper's upside down. Well, I guess it don't really matter, huh? So we're just going to put that in place, slide it into, I got to look at it and then I'll show you guys, and not get glue on myself. Slide it into our first slot, and once you get the first slot done, the rest will be a little easier because it's kind of holding the binding in place for you. Okay. Okay. Come on, little dude. There you go. All right. Kind of just smush it down a little bit. Now this, you may want to cut the paper a little bit shorter. I should have cut it a little shorter, but that's okay. We can go with this size. Maybe just like a 1/4 of an inch shorter, if that. Not even that. Okay, so here's our little first slot. You can see here how they're glued in. I just added glue to the strip and placed it on the facing side. See that? Okay. And let me go ahead and add more sheets. A fun little project. And it's quick too. See? Going in my other, kind of make sure that's folded over. Okay. There we go. Wrong one. There we go. Press them down so they stay in place. We'll take a little bit for the glue. Okay. 2 more. To kind of slide in there. Now the tape runner on this one would be easier because you don't have glue everywhere, but I prefer my liquid glue anyways. There we go. Smushing them down. Okay. And one more. Alright. It's kind of warm in here. Sorry I'm a little quiet. It's so very warm. It's been in the 90s here lately, which isn't too bad. I mean, for midsummer, it could be way worse, let me tell you. The kids are going to the river this weekend. That is way worse. You're looking at like 115 out there. All right, so here's our little accordion book. See? Look at that. I know, I'm sorry. I had to keep... There we go. I had to squish it to kind of look at it and make sure I got it in there. So there we go. So we have our little dividers. And again, I would cut these like just a smidge under your width of your face, your original papers. That way you don't have this bowing that's happening, because we added a little depth to the, with our little strips on the end. Okay, so just a smidge under would work. Not too bad. But this holds it all together. You could place it on a shelf just like a book. You could lay it on a countertop, whatever you want. And you could tie it closed, in which we are. When we're done, we're going to tie it closed. So that is a little insert that you could create. Now, if you wanted more inserts here, you could definitely do that. Do by making your score lines smaller. You can add more inserts that way. You can go to 1/4 inch. Even with your 6-inch sheet of paper, you can get more dividers in here just by shrinking down your little score lines. All right. So we have our little book. Now let's make a couple little tabs to put on the ends of our, I'm going to use these tickets. Cut a couple of these out just to make little tabs to kind of hang off the edge. Let's see. We don't need anything real big, but we want full pieces. Here's a good one. Okay. I have a little wanderer knocking at my door. I'll be done in a little bit. This ticket cost $1.10. Could you imagine tickets still costing $1.10 nowadays? Heck no. Okay. Alright. There's 2. I have 1, 2, I need 4. So let's just cut out let's see. It doesn't really matter, you guys. I'm being a little too picky. Being pickier than I need to be, right? Carrie asked me to use this collection, and I'm like, oh, let's see. I don't want to do just a layout, because, I mean, one, again, I don't have a boy or a girl who plays sports yet. So what else can I create using this stuff? So I figured we'd make an altered art piece. And this technique can be used for so many different other things. This could even, you can make a few of these to hold your scrap pieces of paper, and they could sit up on your shelf all nice and neat, and no one would notice the difference. Could you imagine that? You know how messy my basket of odds and ends are? If I could just slip them in here by color and just set them up on a bookshelf and no one would know. And you could even label the spine with whatever you have in there. Totally awesome. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right on the edge of our little tags. Yeah, it's really expensive to do sports nowadays. Expensive. So I'm just going to kind of hang those off the edge. This is a low-tech situation here. My glue is like attacking me tonight. I don't know why. Okay. And you can add alphabets on these if you want, just to kind of label them. Again, nothing fancy schmancy. See? Just add little tabs. Football season starting. I'm a big football fan. I love the Chargers. Love them, love them. Okay, so we have our little tabs. Cute, cute, yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to start on the cover. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine some of the paper banners and some of the banners on our chipboard pieces. So we have some of these. And I'm going to cut these out. So let's go ahead and cut out All Stars. Awesome All Stars. IOD created this collection. I love their work. I love the subtle colors. So we'll do that one and we'll go Team Spirit. Make sure you follow the lines when you cut. I'm like cutting like a kindergartner right now. Okay. This one and this one, like that. Let's do one more. We'll do Victory. Looney Tunes were on the other day. I miss the Looney Tunes. Okay. Okay, so I have my banners cut out. And you know me, I like a lot of layering and texture. So what I'm going to do, and I want to kind of hide the Webster's Dictionary cover. I'm going to take my burlap. And I'm going to cut a little piece, not to cover the entire cover, because I do really like the color. So I'm just going to kind of give it a little insert. Let's see. And again, I'm not measuring. I'll measure for your guys' sake. So let's do 5 by 8 probably. Yeah, 5 by 8. I'm going to use my scissors instead of my cut mat or my cutting trimmer, paper trimmer. Let's get a pin to mark this. This is a really nice burlap too. It's tightly done. It's a natural color. It's not a bleached or white color. It's got a really nice natural color to it. Measure down here. Oh, I gotta do 8 inches, huh? Now, if I had my sewing machine handy, which I do not, I would kind of run a stitch just around the edge, just to make sure I protect the edges, but if I run a bead of glue, that will do the job. Okay, just drawing my little lines. May not be exact, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to take my little piece. And if your lines aren't straight, burlap's great because you can just pull the threads off and it disguises that anyways. Which I'm going to do. You could also hand stitch this, but we don't have all night, and I'd be here all night hand stitching it. Okay. Come on, scissors. I usually use my Westcott scissors for fabric. So see, I pulled some of these. You can pull some of these threads off, like so. Give it a rough look there. Do 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 do. Okay. Alrighty. Glue that down. You just have to do around the edge. Okay. I'm kind of setting it a little off canter a bit because I want to layer a couple more pieces on top and include our little, one of our little banner or our brick pieces. I'm going to distress the edge of that with our little distressing tool. I'm saving my little threads because I'm going to add those onto the cover as well. Distress it just a little bit. Like that. We have our little banners. Let's go ahead and glue this down. I came up with this kind of last minute, but let's see. Ooh, I'm going to use this All-Star chipboard. I was going to use these wood letters. Let me show them to you anyways. These little wood veneers. I was going to use these tonight, but instead I'm going to use the All-Star chipboard piece. But check these out. They're pine colored, like a natural color wood veneer. You could totally use chip or chalk inks on those. Okay, let's pop out this little All-Star guy. That's an awesome size. And then we're going to pop out one of our chipboard banners. I think that's going to be, let's pop out this little dude here. You can put the date on it. Now I have these cool little stem, they're for floral decor design. I got these at Michael's. I'm going to use a couple of these to put my banners on. I like that they're wrapped in paper already and they match my little color scheme, the more neutral color scheme. Now I'm going to cut these at a few different lengths, and these are going to be my sticks for my little banners. So cool, right? Okay, so let's cut this one here. Ugh, I love the Tim Holtz scissors for that purpose right there. Okay, you can cut anything with these bad boys. Yeah. Let's see, this one, go like here. Okay, I'm doing these in threes. Ah, yeah. Put our little all-star aside. I need my pop dots. I use the 3D Foam Squares by 3. It's the 3L adhesives, scrapbook adhesives. I really like their dry adhesives. They stick really well and they have a lot of strength. You could put a lot on with these guys. So I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to glue my sticks where I want them first. Add a little bit of adhesive here. Come on. Just down the edge of it. And my glue is exploding on me. I'm coming down to the bottom of the bottle. Okay. Just kind of checking my measurements again. Somebody's trying to break into my room. Alright, so we have these like so. I'm going to pop these guys up. We're almost done. Pop these up. And these will even stick to the burlap. Okay. Did I not? Helps if you take all the backings off. Okay. Now I said we were going to try to tie this closed earlier. And what I have is I have some of Prima's trim from last CHA that I'm going to use in just a second. Oh, I've got to scoot these over a bit. Okay. There we go. That's better. A little adjustment here and there. No problem, right? How is everybody doing? Any questions? Okay. Just checking in with you. It is Q. He's playing outside my door. They got him playing outside, so he's waiting for me to get done. He's so funny. Okay. Let's see. Let's add another little double dude right here. A little more oomph. There we go. So we have our little banners. Ooh, ah. I have my little strings. Because, you know, I always have to use these guys up, right? I'm going to actually maybe pull off some more. Okay. These are just kind of fun to add extra texture. Just a extra little element. Now I have my string. Let me grab my string real quick. You don't have to use this, but here's a cool little way to bind it. So I have my string, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around. But first I'm going to go ahead and adhere it right here so that it's in place. I'm giving myself plenty. I'm going to camouflage this with the all-star sign It's another reason why I kind of liked the chipboard piece. I'm just going to tack that down. I'm going to add a little bit more glue in my little shreds so that they stay in place as well. Kind of. Okay. And my little all-star piece is going to go right there. So let's add a couple foam squares. We don't need a lot, but okay, wrap that around. Cut a good amount off in case you need more room. Make sure it's dry before tugging on it too much. Make sure it's down. I'm going to add a little bit more glue to my little all-star. Come on. Okay. And there you go, you guys. A quick, fun little memorabilia box slash, folder that you can tuck little tags and baseball cards and things like that. You could use it for school. You could use it for supplies. Just a fun little quick project using the new All-Star collection. You could put it up on a shelf. You can go ahead and just lay it out on the table. All right. Not at all girly. Told you. I can do non-girly. My poor son, 90% of his layouts, though, do have flowers on them. But they're girly colors. Here, let's add in something else. I'm going to color this. Let's see. Thank you, Steph. Sorry about the bumpy start with the recording, but I think we got the gist of the measurements and everything for the interior. And again, you can make this as big. Your limitations, basically, if you're going to look for books to do this project, your limitation on size is going to be the thickness of your binding. So the thicker of the binding on the book that you find, and that's another good reason the dictionaries come in really handy, is that they're usually the ones with the biggest binding, and you can find old dictionaries really cheap. So your limitation on size on these are really going to be your bindings, okay? So make sure the thicker the binding, the better, because you can add more inserts in on the inside, all right? Okay. I know the books, some people get upset that we keep, we tear them apart. I'll point it up for a little bit. Hi, everybody. Hi. A lot of people get upset because we pull apart books, but guess what? A lot of those will be thrown in the trash anyway, so you might as well repurpose them and give them another life, right? Okay. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the project. I hope you guys enjoyed the project. Now, next Tuesday, Frank is going to be on. He's going to be creating with the burlap that I just showed you and some of the new Prima flowers. Also, Prima has a new crop coming up. It's going to be a potluck crop. And all the information you can find on Prima's Facebook page. I believe it is the 16th or 17th. Let me just double check the date on that for you guys. So potluck crop basically is you bring your favorite dish to share. Yes, Steph has the information. It's on August 17th, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's $20. And email Frank at Prima Marketing Inc. to reserve your spot. And basically, you bring your favorite potluck dish and you come and enjoy a day of scrapbooking and friendship. Okay? All right, thank you. Have a good evening, and we'll see you back here next week. Bye.